Hello guys, this is your friend the Great Lobbyist and I'm back again with this amazing video. Today I have with me the Xiaomi Mi Note 10. It is one of the most aspired phones today as it comes with certain unique things which a lot of other competitors don't have. Well, I'm gonna get right onto it and let's start with unboxing it and see what we got inside this. As you saw in the unboxing, we've got a charging adapter and a USB-C point cable. So it's 30 watts, which means it can charge your phone up in about an hour or so. Not too bad. There's some other brands which have been doing much better than that space. As you must have seen in one of my last videos where we reviewed one of the other phones which can do this in less than 30 minutes. But it's Xiaomi Mi Note 10 and it is always something exciting to look forward to. The box does come in packed with a silicone case which is black in color, and the phone we have here is the midnight black. Let's get rid of this and see where it is. There we go. We've got this amazing looking phone here, very beautifully designed. You got curved Gorilla Glass 5.0 in the front and a dewdrop on a dewdrop screen. And one of the most exciting features is right at the back. We've got a 108 megapixel camera and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a pentacam, which is awesome. I mean, this is, I think, one of the only phones I've come across which got 5 cameras at the back. And this is a beautiful looking piece. I'm absolutely adoring this while the touch and feel of it. It's got a glass back as well, very beautiful, very mirrory finish. As you can see, it is beautiful. Let's start with the display. It's 6.47 inches with 87.8% screen to body ratio. It's got a curved screen. It's got 1080 by 2340 pixels, which is 19.5 to 9 ratio, and a PPI density of 398, which is beautiful, which makes it a viewing experience and the display very, very beautiful. Gorilla Glass 5.0, as we said, and it's got a maximum brightness of 600 nits. And a DCI-P3 and a HDR10, and of course the always on display. Comes in packed with Android 9.0, which is basically on top of that we got MIUI 11. It's got a Snapdragon Qualcomm 730G processor with an octa-core 2x2.2 gigahertz Cairo CPU and a GPU which is Adreno 618. From the initial specs, I think it's not just beautiful, it packs some amazing power in it. But seeing the premium phone it is, we could have definitely worked it better with Snapdragon 850 or or an 855 plus, which is becoming a standard in the top line models of all Android phones these days. Well, apart from that, it doesn't have a it's got dual SIM but no dedicated card slot. The version we're holding is 128 GB with 6 GB RAM, which is not too bad. Again, for the same price segment, some of the brands are starting to go up as high as 12 GB and 256 GB storage. But again, this is Xiaomi, and one of the most unique features it brings on the table today is the 108 megapixel pentacam with a 50x digital zoom, which should be amazing. Let's talk about the camera in a little bit more detail. It's 108 megapixels, of course, and f1.7, which is 25 wide lens, and making it absolutely brilliant. For a bit of close-up, it's got another. The second camera is 12 megapixel, which is f2.0, 50 telephoto, and then the third one is 5 megapixel, which is for the close-ups, and then a 20 megapixel ultra wide lens and a 2 megapixel macro cam for very close-up shots. It's from the video side of it, it can record 2160p at 30 frames per second, and 1080p at 30, 60, 120, and even 240 frames per second. At 720p, it can go up to 960 frames per second. This is awesome for a rear cam, for a front camera. It is a beautiful thing to see. From the selfie cam, it's got a 32 megapixel f2.0 26 wide lens, which is amazing, and on the front camera it can also record a 1080p video at 30 frames per second. It's got a loudspeaker and a 3.5 jack, as you can see, and all the standard connectivities, including the infrared port right here, which means you can control some of your home devices using this phone with greater ease. It's got on-screen fingerprint display, and a 5260 mAh battery, which is amazing. I'm sure with some standard usage it can easily last up to 1 day. We already spoke about the charging viewpoint. As you can see, it's got a USB-C type reversible connector here, connecting port here, and with a 30 watt charging 1 hour, and you got all juiced up. It comes in some really amazing color. The one we're holding is a midnight black. It also comes in aurora green and glacier white. We are really excited to turn this bad boy on, so why don't we just get right on to it. That this is turned on, it looks beautiful. I love the curved screen, and the way it's been placed is beautiful. I love it. I absolutely adore this. Let's look at inside.